Dear students, welcome to our class on cyclones. In this class, we are going to study what is a cyclone by definition and formation of cyclones, life cycle, structure of the cyclone, classification of cyclones, effects of cyclones, management of cyclones. So, we see, let us define the cyclone. Please subscribe to my channel, Agromet Farmers and Rural Development. There, I have given a small account of basics of cyclones there. Cyclone is a centrally low pressure, anticyclone centrally high pressure. The pressure decreases in the cyclones away from the eye of the cyclones. In the anticyclones, the pressure goes on increasing, and cyclones are accompanied with three clouds, moisture and rain. Anticyclones, no clouds, no moisture, no rain. Like that I had defined that. Now let us see from a slightly advanced point of cyclones. Now I give the definition of cyclone once again here. See, a cyclone is defined as an atmospheric disturbance. It is an atmospheric disturbance which involves, see, I have taken from my book only, Principles and Practices of Agricultural Disaster Management, written by Dr. Radha, Krishna, myself. From my book, I am giving it to you now. So, the atmospheric disturbance. Cyclone is an atmospheric disturbance which involves a closed circulation. Here. Okay, I explain to you later on. Now, around a low pressure center, anti-clockwise in the northern hemisphere, clockwise in the southern hemisphere. This is the definition of cyclone. How a cyclone is formed. After we try to understand what is cyclone, how a cyclone is formed. Okay, according to wave theory, cyclones form at a wave-like twist or perturbation on the front. Okay, so the waves thus formed by okay, maybe of two types, that is stable and unstable. This is what is very important as far as cyclones are concerned. Stable or unstable waves are there. So this is what I am going to explain to you after half minute, after reading something. The stable waves form in dissipate. Okay, the stable waves form, just they dissipate immediately without any visible effect on the weather. Okay, in the case of unstable waves, see, that's why stability, instability, both meteorological side and micrometeorological side, I am going to cover elaborately in one of the lectures. Okay, now up to that point, please note that there are the stable waves form and dissipate without any visible effect on the weather. But in case of unstable waves, they grow in amplitude and go through a cycle. The unstable waves only require the wavelengths of unstable waves, varying from 500 to 3,000 kilometers. So when you are starting from southern India, there may be a rain. After you reach somewhere near Hyderabad or Pune, okay, you will not get the rain. So that is the waves, that's what. So the cyclogenesis or cyclone formation. Cyclogenesis or cyclone formation, okay, occurs where a frontal surface is distorted into a wave-shaped discontinuity. Formation. So, tropical cyclones are the offspring of, the cyclones are the offspring of three. The lithosphere, solid portion, the hydrosphere, water portion, the atmosphere. So, the interaction among these three is the basis or genesis for the formation of the cyclone. Okay, then these are powered by heat from the sea. So, that's why, as far as Andhra Pradesh is concerned, okay, India is concerned, most of the cyclones occur during the months of October and November. Okay, those cyclones that form, okay, in the months of September last week or October are very intense because the surface temperatures are high. So those cyclones that form after, say, November ending or December middle or afterwards, they have that much, they do not have that much of intensity. That's why these are powered by the heat from the sea. Now, see, what is the life cycle of a tropical cyclone? Like human beings, okay, formative stage, immature stage, mature stage, and finally decay stage. What is the formative stage? The system grows to a cyclone from the trough of low. Okay, low pressure area, depression, and after about a week, at the end of this stage, eye and wall cloud will be formed. Eye. This is the eye and the wall cloud. This is the eye and wall cloud are formed. Mechanism of tropical cyclone formation. Eye. This is the eye, wall cloud are formed. Okay. So immature stage. Okay. What is the immature stage? Central pressure falls and wind speed increases. Central pressure falls. Center pressure falls. This is the arrow I had given here. Central pressure falls. Here also central pressure falls. Okay, two different diagrams for your academic interest I have given. Okay, central pressure falls and wind speed increases. Duration is 12 to 24 days. Just formative stage maybe 1 week. Immature stage is for just 12 to 24 hours. Mature stage. No further fall of pressure system. Strengthening of wind takes place and system expands in size. Symmetry may be lost. System expands, but symmetry may be lost. So decay stage. System weakens rapidly to deep depression, low pressure area when it enters land area. So these are the 4 stages. So the life cycle. Okay, what is the life cycle? Formative stage 1 week. Immature stage, okay, 12 to 24 hours. Mature stage, okay, this may be for a day or a day and a half, and once it enters the land, okay, it gets decayed, just like human beings or plants. You know, this is the life cycle. What is the structure of a cyclone? It differs a lot. Life cycle differs a lot from the structure of the cyclone. A full-grown cyclone is a violent whirl in the atmosphere with 150 to 1000 kilometers across and 10 to 15 kilometers high. 10 to 15 kilometers high. Maximum troposphere. Of course, 150 in different books you will find. So 500 to 1000 waves or 150 to 1000 kilometers. Now cyclones are intense low pressure areas from the center of which pressure increases outwards. That's what I told. I request you to subscribe to my channel, Agromet, Farmers and Road. There I had given cyclones and anticyclones, what are the pressure systems. So there I had given clear information. Just I don't want to go back there. So a gale winds of 150 to 250 kilometers will be there. So a well-developed cyclone consists of 4 parts, just like life cycle, 4 stages. Formative stage, immature stage, mature stage and decay stage. There are a well-developed cyclone will have 4. First one is the eye. This is the eye. This is the eye. Okay. 2 different structures I have. Eye. Number 1 is eye. Number 2 is the wall cloud region. Wall cloud region. Third one is the outer periphery. And the last one is the wind or rain and wind occurring stage. Okay, wind or occurring phenomena. That's what. Now, so what is the eye? The central calm region of the storm is called eye. The central calm region of the storm is called eye. Wall cloud region, around the calm and clear eye, there is a wall cloud region of the storm which is of about 50 kilometers in extent. Okay, now, so what is the outer periphery? Away from wall cloud region. This is away from the wall cloud region. Okay, wind speed gradually decreases. However, in very severe cyclone storms or super cyclones, wind speeds of 50 to 60 kilometers per 50 to 60 kilometers per hour. Okay, so they occur even at a distance of 600 to approximately 600 kilometers. So the average movement is 400 kilometers per day. This is the 4th. Once again, I would like to say there is an eye, there is a wall cloud region, there is an outer periphery. The average movement is 400 kilometers per day. So other things I have given here. Now, so the severity or destruction due to cyclones depends upon several factors. The severity or destruction because of the cyclone depends upon several factors. I have mentioned very most important for keeping in view either your JRF, SRF or net. What are those? The amount of the pressure drop in the center and the rate at which it increases outwards gives the intensity of the cyclones and strength of the winds. That's number one. The storm surge, this is the storm surge. This is the storm surge. Okay, sea water temperature is more than 26. Sea water temperature is more than 26. This is the storm surge, second point. Okay, the amount of rain and the characteristics of the gales. See, warm air goes up. Okay, rain is formed. So condensation takes place here. Above the eye condensation, cold air, warm air. Okay, so here feeder rain bands occur. Colder condensation rain will be here in this side. So what I am interested to impress upon you, the severity or destruction of the cyclones depends upon the amount of the pressure drop, number one, the storm surge, the amount of rain, and the characteristics of the gales. So far we try to understand what is the cyclone, what is the formation of cyclone, what is the life cycle, what is the structure of the cyclone. Now let us see what are the classification of cyclones. Okay, classification of the cyclone. Right. Now here these bits are basic bits. Sometimes in the net also you will be asked, even in the interviews. So what is the low pressure area, what is the depression, what is the deep depression? Now, so the associated winds and pressure deficiency based, I am giving the classification. Low pressure area, pressure deficiency is 1, depression 1 to 3, deep depression 3 to 4.5. Okay, this is what is the pressure deficiency. Now, so associated wind speed, low pressure area less than 17 kilometers per hour. Okay, now depression 17 to 27. Okay, deep depression 28 to 33. That is less than 17 in the bracket 32, 17 to 27, 32 to 50. Okay, 28 to 33, 51 to 59. Associated wind in knots. Associated wind speed in knots. Okay, less than 17, 17 to 27, 28 to 33. That's what we call it as the kilometers per hour. 32 to 50, 51 to 59. This is the classification of the cyclones. Now, so let us go to what is cyclonic storm, severe cyclonic storm, very severe cyclonic storm, and super cyclone. Here also the pressure deficiency is from there continuation 4.5 to 8.5, 8.5 to 15.5, 15.5 to 65.6, more than 65.6 pressure deficiency, super cyclone. Now, as far as the associated winds of cyclonic storm is concerned, 34 to 37, that is equal to 60 to 90. The severe cyclonic storm 48 to 63, that is 90 to 119 km per hour. Very severe cyclonic storm 64 to 119, 119 to 220 km per hour. Super cyclone more than 119 knots, that is more than 220 km per hour. So this is how the classification of the cyclones are there. So far we try to understand cyclones, formation, life cycle, structure, and the classification. Now, so what are the effects of the cyclones and what is the damage to the agricultural systems? What are the, of course, small little beneficial effects of cyclones are there. Now, here I would like to impress upon you damage to general systems. Okay, cyclones cause damage to general systems. Quickly, I will read, just you know it. Still, I would like to impress upon you that as far as your JRF, SRF net is concerned, these are very important. The principal causes of destruction by tropical storms are fires, winds, which cause havoc, and torrential rains with associated flooding and high storm tides, resulting in salinity. First thing is the salinity. Second thing is the most casualties caused in the coastal areas. Third one is the collapse of buildings, falling of trees, flying of debris, electrocution, and diseases from contaminated food and water in the post-cyclone period, which contribute alarmingly to the negative effects of the cyclone. Okay, the indirect damages include, they are due to cyclones, also viral diseases, respiratory infections, snake bites, skin infections, conjunctivitis, starvation due to food shortage, and the heavy rain of the cyclones causes the destruction of vegetation, crops, livestock, contamination of water supply, land subsidence, and flooding of inland water. So, electric poles get uprooted and damaged. Okay, so the economic and social impact depends upon the timing of the cyclone. Depending upon the time of the cyclones, so the economic and social damage. If cyclones occur during the night time, havoc. At least they should not damage. At least if they occur during the daytime, the damage is less. Now, so the damage to agricultural systems are concerned because of the cyclones. The loss to agricultural tropical cyclones can be due to direct destruction of vegetation, crops, orchards, and livestock due to heavy rains and wind. The wind damage through airborne sea salt causes salinity, long-term losses of soil fertility, small-scale fisheries, inland fisheries, they get damaged. So, the rise of sea level would adversely affect the coastal ecosystem. Some of the ecosystems get damaged. Disruption of agricultural transportation system. Farmers produce crops. They are perishable, so they have to be transported, particularly vegetables. So they get perishable products, get damage because of the disruption in the transportation system, loss of portion of course, future harvests, okay, damage to agricultural and animal property, offshore and onshore installations where we tie the animals, loss in agricultural productivity due to disruption of the workforce and other activity. Human workforce is essential, even though family workforce is there, but we need for agriculture more and more human resource for our agricultural agricultural operations. Now, of course, we should not say, we must not say, we should not say, we must not say. However, there are slight positive advantage of cyclones. Politically, these words are not accepted, but technically, as a agrometeorologist, at PG level, you should know. But no, okay, positive effects are there. Still, one or two positive effects I found in the literature. So what is it? Not all impacts of cyclones are negative. Some reports cite beneficial effects of tropical cyclones. What are those? The areas which are in the periphery of the cyclone enjoys the benefit of rainfall. So, this is the eye of the cyclone. So, periphery of the cyclone areas, they get the rainfall. So, here, enormous damage. Out of 100 rupees, 99.9 rupees damage. But 0.1 advantage is periphery area get rains, so drought can be managed there. So it was observed that increased water availability in water critical regions where agriculture production less susceptible to the dry period. So in areas there is a water scarcity, there we get the water. It was estimated that 9 major hurricanes in United States since 1932 terminated dry condition over an area of about 6,22,000 square kilometer area. So damage is extensive, but in this much area drought conditions are prevalent. Drought conditions are reduced intensity. Of course, that's what I would like to say. So, the management of agricultural systems affected by cyclones is very interesting. Quickly, I read in 1 minute. Early harvesting of the crop, safe storage of harvest, cultivation of short duration crop, spreading type of crops, alternate cropping patterns in areas affected by salinity, reclamation and treatment of soils, maintenance of ecological balance through large-scale plantations, wage employment under various rural development schemes. Activities in farm sector may also include growing vegetables, nurseries and kitchen gardens, drought animals and dairy cattle to be provided to the farmers, arrangements for restoring insemination centers for the local breeds of the cattle which have died. So, activities in the non-farm sector for engaging the more people in occupations such as fishing, fish drying, pig rearing, coir production, rearing of cows, buffaloes, bulls, bamboo production, lime making, poultry, goat rearing, boat building, mat weaving, electrical work, blacksmith work, toy making, pottery and petty trading. So these are all the things that are that can be assigned to the local people as far as employment is concerned. Restoring the traditional livelihoods of the affected populations through the provision of food or cash for work. Irrigation canals and embankment of the rivers in the risk zone should be repaired to avoid the breaching. As the storm approaches the area, secure safety for as much of the property as possible, facilitating the work for community-based rehabilitation, providing a model for food for work program. So these are all the things. Protection as far as the animals are concerned, how we can protect the animals. Fodder and water shall be kept in enough quantities. Proper treatment to sick animals, vaccination, bury the dead animals immediately, use proper medicines to external parasites, treat water with bleaching powder, procure medicines for post-cyclone situations, allow the animals to stay in thatched or leafy shed, not permanent structures during the cyclone, insure the animals. As I said, insurance is a risk transfer. However, farmers are the foremost for us. We should protect the farmers, so we should insure the animals. Of course, there are certain cyclone mitigation measures. Hazard poor areas should be subjected to land reform. So hazard poor areas, afforestation, risk zone mapping, land use legislation and building regulations, raised platforms for livestock, emergency food, grain storage facilities, drinking water storage and wells, with covers should be built so that animals or human beings will not fall. So these are all the things from my book, The Principles and Practice of Agricultural Disaster Management as far as the cyclones are concerned. Thank you very much for your patient hearing. May God bless you.